Hi everybody, I'm Art Lightstone from Green Neighbour, and I am going to attempt the Pete and Bobby push-up pull-up challenge. Well, alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the raw footage of my Pete and Bobby fitness challenge. In this challenge, Pete Hegseth and RFK Jr. have challenged basically everyone in America to see how quickly they could do 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups. So, the very morning that I first came across this, I thought, well, I'm going to go into the gym today, so why don't I give this a try? It was actually leg day for me, and I actually ended up doing my leg workout after this, so this served as a very fine warm-up for that workout. But in full transparency, this is a little more than a warm-up. This is a pretty hard challenge. When I saw the challenge, I realized, well, I've never actually done 50 pull-ups in a single sitting, and I don't know if I've done 100 push-ups either. So I figured this would be pretty difficult, but I had no idea whether this would take me 3 minutes to do or 30 minutes. Now apparently, Pete Hegseth and RFK Jr. both completed this challenge in under 6 minutes. However, I have produced a longer video wherein I essentially call that into question for a number of reasons that I won't get into here. But if you'd like to see that video, I'll see what I can do to link it to this video. My ability to do that depends on the platform that I post this on. So one thing that I did is I developed a plan, and my basic plan for this pull-up, push-up challenge was to essentially complete it in 7 rounds of split sets. So my first set would be 10 pull-ups and then 20 push-ups, and then another 10 pull-ups, followed by another 20 push-ups, followed by another 10 pull-ups, followed by another 20 push-ups. Now at that point I knew I would be pretty exhausted. So then my split sets changed to sets of 5 pull-ups and 10 push-ups. So I would do 4 of those sets, and that would give me 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups. Now, this set of pull-ups was the one I was most concerned about. This is my 3rd set of 10 pull-ups, and any set of 10 pull-ups is pretty challenging. So I figured my 3rd set in a row would be my most difficult. So I was thinking of this as the hump. And once I get over this, once I get past this, I kind of thought the rest would be easy. But I must say, my final set of 5 pull-ups was a little harder than I expected. Now, push-ups are actually pretty easy for me, and I think they are for a lot of people. So they were essentially my opportunity to catch my breath. And then I would catch my breath even more by taking notes, having a little drink of water, and if I needed to catch my breath any more, I would just kind of stand there and relax before I jumped up to the bar. Now in the challenge, Pete and Bobby said you could do these in any order that you'd like. So that was the order that I decided upon, and it worked out quite well. I didn't train for this or practice for this or anything, but these are exercises that I do regularly, and I trail run a couple of times a week, maybe 3 times a week if I'm lucky. I get into the gym maybe 2 or 3 times. So these aren't exercises that I'm not used to. I've just never tried to do 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups all in one sitting, timed to see how quickly I could do them. So I might say I was a bit disappointed in my time, but what the heck, hey, I'm being honest, full transparency. You can see the timestamp up there. The timestamp doesn't lie. So there you go. This is where I'm at. You'll see the time when you get to the end. And you'll also notice that I'm taking breaks to write in the sets that I've completed and take little drinks of water, and you might think, hey, that's kind of silly. Don't you understand? You're in a race here. You're trying to see how quickly you can do this. However, I understood before I even started this challenge that I would need to take breaks. So I didn't mind at all taking a moment to write in the pull-ups and the push-ups that I've completed. And I did not want to risk becoming confused or uncertain about whether I had completed enough pull-ups or push-ups. I didn't want to try to memorize this. So I knew I'd have to take breaks. So I thought, why not? I'll just write them in, and then I will know with 100% certainty what I have done and what I still have to do. Now, if you're like me, you might be looking at these push-ups and thinking, I don't know, man. Those don't look like full push-ups. They kind of look like partials. And at the time, I really felt like I was doing good, full push-ups. But then when I saw myself, I wasn't so impressed. However, when I looked at the video of the actual Pete and Bobby challenge, and I saw Pete Hegseth and RFK Jr. and these military guys doing their push-ups, I saw that they looked the same as mine. So I didn't feel bad about my push-ups. Now for me, it was my third set of 10 pull-ups that was the question mark. I really felt like once I got past that set, and then I just had to do 4 more sets of 5 pull-ups and 10 push-ups, that it would be all downhill from there. I kind of thought everything was going to be easy from this point onward. You can see right here, I caught a glimpse of the time on the phone, and that deflated me a little bit. I didn't know how long this would take me, but of course I was hoping I'd have a great time, and it really wasn't a great time. I will say that my very last pull-up, and you'll see it here, man, that last pull-up was hard. I was kind of shocked, because all the other pull-ups before that were not too bad. Here's my final set of push-ups, and here's my time. 7 minutes and 11 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.